Okay, so our last question on our QR code review asks us to use our answers from question 3 to graph the equation of the hyperbola. So I went ahead and noted down all our answers from the previous question over here. So we have our center at 2, -3, our vertice points at 0, -3, and 4, -3, our foci points at 5.6, -3, and -1.6, -3, and our asymptotes at y is equal to plus minus 3 times x minus 2 over 2 minus 3. Very quickly, one thing I do want to take note of, our asymptotes are an unsimplified equation. So first, what we want to do is go ahead and simplify this so that we have the form y is equal to mx plus b. So that we would have our slope and our y-intercept. So let's go ahead and simplify this. We would go ahead and distribute the 3 to x minus 2. So that would be 3x minus 6 over 2 minus 3. So then we would go ahead and divide 2 into 3 and into -6. So we would get y is equal to plus minus 3 over 2x minus 3 and then minus 3. So then we would go ahead and group like terms. So we would subtract -3 from -3, and we would get y is equal to plus minus 3 over 2x minus 6. And that is the simplified equation of our asymptotes. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and graph this, starting with our center point. So our center is at 2, -3. So let's go ahead and graph that point to -3. Let's do that with a different color so that we see. So that is our center point. Let's go ahead and plot our vertices. So the first one is at 0, -3. And our second one is at 4, -3. That's our vertices. Let's go ahead and plot our foci points. So our first foci is at 5.6, -3. So let's just eyeball this approximation. And our second point is at -1.6, -3. So we would go a little bit over 1.5. Okay, so now that we have our foci, let's go ahead and graph our asymptotes. Y is equal to plus minus 3 over 2x minus 6. So let's start with our y-intercept, which is at -6. So from there, we would go up 3 and then to the right 2. So we see that it goes through our center and increases from there. So that would be our first asymptote. So let's go ahead and try to make as straight of a line as possible, going through -6 to the center all the way up. Not the best line. Now let's go from the opposite direction. We would go to the left. We would go from the center and then go to the left 2 and then up 3. So we would cross to 0. Let's go ahead and try to draw as straight of a line as possible. Those are our asymptotes. And then let's open up our vertices. And that is what our graph of a hyperbola should look like.